The small box sits on my desk. It has been there for 3 years now. Every day I look at it. Every day I remember what's inside. Every day I wish I had given it to her when I had the chance. My name is Sarah. I'm 25 years old now. But this story starts when I was 22. I was working my first job at a small office. The pay wasn't much, but I was happy. I was finally making my own money. My mother's birthday was coming soon. She would turn 55. I wanted to give her something special. My mother worked very hard all her life. She raised me and my brother alone. My father left when I was 10 years old. He never came back. My mother worked 2 jobs to pay for everything. She cleaned offices at night. During the day, she worked at a grocery store. She was always tired, but she never complained. She always smiled when she came home. She always asked about my day. I wanted to show her how much I loved her. I wanted to buy her something beautiful, something she would never buy for herself. One Saturday, I went to the jewelry store downtown. The store was small, but it had pretty things in the window. I looked at rings and earrings. Then I saw it. A silver necklace with a small heart. It was simple but beautiful. The heart had a tiny diamond in the center. The price was high for me. It cost almost all the money from 2 weeks of work. But I didn't care. This was for my mother. She deserved something nice. I bought the necklace. The lady at the store put it in a pretty blue box. She tied a white ribbon around it. I felt so happy walking home. I couldn't wait to see my mother's face when she opened it. But then something happened that changed everything. 3 days before my mother's birthday, we had a big fight. It started over something small and stupid. I came home from work late that evening. My mother was cooking dinner. She looked tired. She asked me to help her with the dishes. "I'm tired too," I said. "I worked all day."
"So did I,"
she said.
"I worked 2 jobs today. I need help with the house."
I was in a bad mood that day. Work was stressful. My boss had been mean to me. I took out my anger on my mother. "I'm not a child anymore," I said. "Stop telling me what to do."
"You live in my house,"
she said.
"You need to help."
The fight got bigger and louder. We said mean things to each other, things we didn't really mean. I was so angry. I went to my room and slammed the door. "I wish I could move out," I shouted through the door.
"Then maybe you should,"
she shouted back. The next 2 days, we barely talked. We were both too proud to say sorry. When we saw each other in the morning, we just said, "Good morning," nothing else. The house felt cold and sad. My mother's birthday came. I woke up that morning and remembered the gift. The beautiful necklace was still in my desk drawer. But I was still angry about our fight. I was being stubborn and stupid. I told myself she didn't deserve the gift. She was mean to me. She shouted at me. Why should I give her something nice? All day I thought about giving her the necklace. Part of me wanted to. Part of me wanted to make up with her. but my pride was stronger. I was young and foolish. I thought I was right, and she was wrong. That morning, my mother was in the kitchen making coffee. She looked at me and gave a small smile.
Good morning, Sarah.
She said softly. Good morning, I said back. I could see she wanted to talk. She wanted to make peace. But I was still being stubborn. I was still hurt and angry. I ate my breakfast and went back to my room. I didn't say happy birthday to her. I didn't give her the gift. My mother went to work that morning. I heard her leaving. She stopped by my door for a moment. I think she was going to knock. But then she walked away. I heard the front door close. All day I felt bad. It was her birthday, and we were still fighting. I looked at the gift box many times. I almost went to the store to find her, but my pride stopped me. I thought she should say sorry first. At 3 p.m, my phone rang. I didn't know the number, but I answered it.
Is this Sarah Johnson?
A woman asked. Yes, I said.
This is Dr. Martinez from City Hospital. Your mother had an accident. She's here now. You need to come quickly.
My heart stopped. All my anger disappeared in 1 second. I ran to the hospital. I didn't even lock the door of our apartment. I left everything and ran. At the hospital, they told me what happened. My mother was walking to the bus stop after work. A car hit her while she was crossing the street. The driver was texting and didn't see her. I sat by her bed in the hospital room. She was sleeping. There were machines beeping around her. Her face was pale. She had bandages on her head and arm. The doctor came to talk to me. He said my mother was badly hurt. She hit her head hard when she fell. They weren't sure if she would wake up. I stayed at the hospital all day, all night. I held her hand. I talked to her even though she couldn't hear me. I told her about work. I told her funny stories. I told her I loved her. On the second day, she opened her eyes for a few minutes. She looked at me, but her eyes seemed confused. She couldn't speak. The nurse said this was normal. Brain injuries take time to heal. I went home to get clothes and food. That's when I saw the blue box in my desk drawer, the gift I never gave her. I picked it up and cried hard. Why didn't I give it to her that morning? Why was I so angry about such a stupid fight? Why didn't I just say sorry? I brought the box back to the hospital. I put it next to her bed. Maybe she would wake up and I could give it to her. Maybe I could say sorry. Maybe I could say happy birthday. But my mother never really woke up. She opened her eyes sometimes. She looked around the room. But she didn't know where she was. She didn't know who I was. The doctors said the injury to her brain was too serious. She lived for 2 more weeks. I was with her every day. I read to her. I played her favorite music. I told her about the necklace. I told her it was for her birthday. I told her how sorry I was about our stupid fight. I told her I loved her more than anything in the world. On a quiet Tuesday morning, the machine started beeping differently. The nurses came running. Then the doctors. I knew what was happening. I held her hand tight. I whispered in her ear that I loved her, that she was the best mother in the world. She died at 9:32 in the morning. The sun was shining through the hospital window. It was a beautiful day. Too beautiful for such a sad thing to happen. After the funeral, I went back to our apartment. Everything looked the same, but felt different. Empty. Cold. I picked up the blue box from her bedside table at the hospital. I brought it home. That was 3 years ago. The box still sits on my desk. Sometimes I open it. The necklace is still beautiful. The heart still shines. But it will never hang around my mother's neck. She will never see how pretty it looks on her. I learned something important from this. Don't let pride stop you from showing love. Don't let anger make you do things you'll regret forever. That stupid fight was about nothing important. But my pride was so big I couldn't say sorry. I keep the necklace to remember my mother, but mostly I keep it to remember my terrible mistake. I had the chance to make her happy on her birthday. I had the chance to say sorry. But I chose to stay angry instead. The last words we really said to each other were mean words. We were fighting about dishes and housework, things that don't matter at all. I will never forgive myself for that. Now, when I have a fight with someone I love, I say sorry quickly. I don't wait. I don't let my pride win. I've learned that being right is not as important as being kind. I still miss my mother every day. I think about our fight. I think about how she looked that morning when she said good morning to me. She was trying to make peace, but I was too stubborn to see it. Do you think Sarah made a huge mistake and deserves the blame for the rest of her life? Or was it just a terrible accident? Tell me what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more. Lesson of the day: stubborn. Stubborn means not wanting to change your mind or not wanting to do something, even when it's a good idea. A stubborn person doesn't want to say sorry. A stubborn person wants to be right, even if it hurts others. Examples from the story. I was being stubborn and stupid. But I was still being stubborn. I was still hurt and angry. She was trying to make peace, but I was too stubborn to see it.